I'm leaving Smoke and Ours, where we have picked up the vendor for our Truth After Party or barbecue specialist. He's going to be there at least 14 hours a day. He may be there all 56 hours. If not, we'll find one more person to supplement. I'm leaving with a bag of the pulled pork. It is delicious. Okay. This is where I need to commission an urban specialist who can come up with the proper spelling of the way delicious ought to be spelled to describe how good this is. So he is going to be there at least 14 hours a day. And then we will, if he can't handle the whole thing, supplement it with a 24 another shift of a top-notch barbecue grill master. If he can't handle the whole thing, he does 6 months in Iowa and 6 months in Florida, but he's an Iowa native. Then we're going to have that round-the-clock outstanding barbecue, the ribs, the whole 9 yards. So we're just ecstatic. As they said on in Living Color one time when they were doing the Mike Tyson, Robin Givens skit, and Keenan Ivory Wayans was playing Mike Tyson. I am ecstatic, ecstatic. So ecstatic. Now, I'm not gonna film the whole route it took me to get to his place. Here's part of it. There's part of it over there. I'm gonna film the winding road. I need some Beatles, the long winding road, playing in the background right now. Now, after I leave here, I'm going to be going down to Clark County, where I will be meeting with another food vendor. We will have a lot of food vendors in the general area, but in the specialty areas, I got a bug jumping on me. This is the wrong place to get stung. In the specialty area, we have the specialty areas. We have the Gerald's Patio and Courtyard Bistro. We need a food vendor for that can provide quality food, because we'll also have folks with discriminating musical, and we take it intestinal palates that will be eating in that area. That's where the Jazz and Blues Showcase and the indie folk and the singer-songwriter music is. We have the hospitality VIP area for when the classical music is going on, and the Simon McLaughlin Investment Simon Estes Showcase. We have the the hotel lobby breakfast pavilion. We're working on that. We are looking for a couple other vendors for the Truth After Party area. We need some folks who can. We'd like to have a good Mexican option there, good Asian option. We are talking to some folks, some young folks who do pretzels. We have a coffee specialist. It's the truth is it's going to get a little bit chilly at 2:30, 3, 4 in the morning in the after party area. So we are looking for folks who can provide some options for that, as well as, so there's a coffee that I ran into them at the Ames Farmer Market. They do coffee and cinnamon rolls and stuff, and we think that they would be perfect for that area, because folks are going to need caffeine, and there'll be lots of caffeine, some Red Bull out there, hopefully some liquid ice, and then there will also be out there, we'll have some coffee and some hot chocolate and those little cups of ramen noodles for when it gets cold. People can just add hot water and have something hot to imbibe. So we have top-notch folks doing sound, We have top-notch folks. We've talked to multiple stage companies. One of the, a lot of folks said we should just run out and get our stages, and we said no, we're not just going to run out and get our stages. We're going to create an event, because when we create an event, we'll get bids. So we've had more than a half dozen stage companies come to us. Suddenly, when everybody was saying inventory would be gone, there's plenty of inventory. Folks are coming with us with creative ideas for staging, things that I would have never thought of, things that our team never thought of. But these people work with festivals and staging all the time, and have come up with some really creative ways to do staging. In fact, we are, this is the biggest secret of IowaStock. For those of you who are part of this, and those who aren't, you could probably tell that we share a lot of information, but we're not sharing what we're doing with the staging, because that's going to blow folks away, especially the artists. So we're very, very excited about IowaStock and its progress. It's Memorial Day, and I'm just out connecting with vendors. I had a great weekend. Friday, I had a 31-hour day. Basically started at 10:30 on Friday evening. I went to my daughter's graduation, and then I had to go take a nap. Got up at 10:30. Got down to Vaudeville Muse to see the Foxholes. Got over to Down Under to see Audio Curve. Got a chance to get out and see Courtney Krause, and made it out to the Bench Warmers to connect with Del Saxman Jones and Final Mix, and then I had to go to Cedar Falls at 2 a.m. Got back just in time to meet with a member of the team at 7 o'clock who was working the farmers market. A deer just ran across the road, which is a lot better than a wolf or a bear. I don't think we have wolves and bears in this part of the state, or might not have them in Iowa, but a deer just ran out across the road, and you can see the winding road we're taking. Now, I know that I can get back to civilization retracing my steps. The journey out was a little less comfortable, because my GPS wasn't working half the time. Not to mention that my GPS has a drinking problem. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful view over there. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful over there. Iowa is a very, very beautiful state. When I ran and got to all 99 counties, I had a chance to see just how big a state this is. Some people may not realize it, but the actual the land mass of Iowa is equivalent to the land mass of the state of Florida. And so it is a really, really big state. We're a bureaucratic state. We love our bureaucracy. That's why we have 99 counties. That's why we have, hundreds of school districts and government subdivision on government subdivision. But that's getting dangerously close to the political arena, and I am right now on sabbatical from politics. But no, we are very, very excited about IowaStock. The first thing we prioritized when constructing IowaStock was building a great musical event. Now, from the very beginning, I said we don't want to create a festival. I like doing research and knowing what I'm talking about, and being prepared. And that includes everything from talking to the state's climatologist, Harry Hillacker, to doing research before I went in and talked to Dahl Distributing about Budweiser, or coming out here. It's like I told the gentleman, I wouldn't have driven out here if I didn't know you could handle it. So it's just a question of whether you're going to accept our offer to be that unique vendor in this area. So I like doing my research, and fairs survive the test of time in Iowa. Festivals don't. When we were, we went over to the Quad Cities to meet with a group over there that does events. And when we met with them, the thing that we discovered is that there's a festival that's been a 3-day festival historically that they've worked with, but the individual who created it is ill. His health is failing, so it's now a 2-day festival, and that is the way that Iowa music festivals have gone. They have not endured. They've had a shelf life, some longer than others, but there is a mortality to festivals in Iowa. When the novelty wears off, but when something else comes along, festivals fade away. Fairs in Iowa endure, because fairs in Iowa tap into the most fundamental truth about Iowans. We're very basic, down-to-earth folks. We love our country. We love our family. We have a faith. We're pretty ethical, decent folk. We're not greedy. We bag sand when the flood comes. We flip pancakes when we're trying to raise money for scouts. We do like Abby Normal did in Mitchellville yesterday. We show up and we sing when somebody has cancer, and we need to raise money. So this is what we do. This is what we do in Iowa, and that makes me awfully proud to be a part of this state. And it also created insight into how we needed to do this music fair. In fact, I was calling it a festival at first because I didn't know if I could get away with calling it a fair. And whenever I go upstairs and I needed to take a nap, I turn on the TV, and I always have it on the easy listening channel. Well, for some reason this day, it was on a channel that had a Woodstock special, and it said the Woodstock Music and Arts Fair. I'm like, wow. Now, I believe it was providential, but it might not be. It could be coincidental. I don't believe that. So I said, we can call it the All Iowa Music and Arts Fair, because a fair was always what the goal was. In 3, 4, 5 years, we want people to come to IowaStock and say, they have music here too. That's one of the reasons why we are working with folks like Bath Fitters to be title sponsors. It's why we're working with a reputable, strong, reputable company like McLaughlin Investment, because we want this thing to be reputable, not just beer and liquor and partying, and we want this to be about family and about what Iowans love to do. The reason fairs endure, whether it's the Clay County Fair, the Boone County Fair, the Henry County Fair, or the Iowa State Fair, is because Iowans can go out in the fresh air, eat something they shouldn't eat, buy something they probably don't need, look at other folks, look at the season fashion. Oh, look, black spandex is back in fashion. Or, look at that particular color of denim in the jean jacket this year. Okay. And wow, there's some music too. Cool. Let me check this music out. One of the reasons we're having music on multiple stages is so folks can sample. They can say, Greg Brown is awesome, but let me go over here and hear this, young talent, Sarah Pasho, or, wow, Pie in the Sky is on, and Nate Nelson, let me check him out. Let me check out some of this good homegrown country music, country strong, Iowa strong music. And so this is what our thought process was in creating this unique fair that will serve Iowans, we hope, long after I have, cast off my mortal coil. So we're very, very excited about IowaStock 2017. We're very excited about the quality of vendors that we are picking up. We're very excited about the relationships that we're building with our artists. We have artists that are fired up. If you check out our Facebook page, you'll see the heavy metal folks. Only thing I have to say this to the heavy metal folks. I'm very disappointed. I haven't seen an amplifier kicked in. I haven't seen a guitar busted. I want some guitar busted. I need somebody to take a guitar and I need them to smash it on the stage at some point, or I'm gonna be as disappointed as I was when I realized we couldn't have a bonfire in the after-hour party area, or when it wouldn't be my cheese eggs to go with the T-bones and the Welch's grape. But, you can't get everything, But one of these days, I need to see a heavy metal person just smash a guitar. I'm just saying, that doesn't have to be this year. But at some point, now, here's the thing. You see the sign there. Did we get this? Did I get the sign in the picture? Let me. Where was that sign? I'm at the intersection, and I've just had a truck. They have this sign: Panorama Road, Panorama Drive. I have no Deer Lane, and I'm not sure where to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get off of this now. Well, let me. There's some people ahead, so let me see if I can get them to direct me, give me directions to back to civilization.